Hello everybody and welcome to today's Destiny video. I am finally back from actually having a little mini break, which I didn't even expect or plan. I didn't plan to have a little break. I just got really exhausted from that 24-hour stream, so I just had a little bit of a break. Obviously I did put the Sparrow Racing video up, but I didn't make a video on Wednesday, and I didn't stream for the past 2 nights. So I have actually had a little break. Obviously the Sparrow Racing video, I already had the clips recorded because I was just playing the game and recorded the clips. And all I had to do was just explain the video a little bit. So it wasn't exactly like I had to spend an entire day making that video. I just had to just put some music on and just edit it. And that's all I did. So today I'm actually going to be doing a full video with me talking all the way through it and about a very important subject to me and to the community, to be honest. This is the subject of DLC and microtransactions and how they are going to affect the future of Destiny, and if I agree with the current changes that Bungie are making to the game. So if you haven't heard already, Bungie are planning to go with the live team approach. That means they're going to be doing things like the Sparrow Racing event and the Halloween event instead of DLC, or at least instead of the DLC we saw last year. So things are going to be changing, and a lot of YouTubers have got a ginormous misconception from this, by the way. A lot of YouTubers saw the Bungie post and thought, huge content coming next year? Oh my god, huge content DLC! That's like their thumbnails. It's like, no, that is not what's coming. That was never said. They actually said, the actual quote is it's going to be bigger than The Taken King, or at least biggest content since The Taken King. What point did that say huge content? All that means is that it's bigger than the Sparrow Racing event. That's it. That just means there's more stuff than the Sparrow Racing event. How is that hard to beat? The Sparrow Racing event was literally like just one thing. That's like saying the House of Wolves was just Trials of Osiris and that's it. It wasn't. House of Wolves was loads of stuff, including Trials of Osiris and all the armor and the Reef and New Story and Prison of Elders. It had a lot of content, and a lot of YouTubers are coming across as if the thing we're going to be seeing is bigger than those 2 DLCs. Yes, it's possible that that is the case, but it's highly doubtful, seeing as the live team are a very small team compared to the teams involved with things like Dark Below and the House of Wolves. The team involved with the live team is very small, and they do use other assets of the company, but limitedly. Like, they don't always go to like the map designers and ask for their help. They don't always go to people who make gear, weapons and things like that and ask for their help either. All they are is a team of people who just come up with ideas, events and things and just pop them into the game on the fly. That's mainly what they do, or at least that's what they've been doing recently. Now, I know that so far I've been talking pretty negatively, but I do think the microtransactions way is best. I prefer it. I fucking loved Sparrow event. I am still loving Sparrow Racing, and I play it every day to do the bounties. It's even taken the place of my raids. I haven't raided since this has come out. I haven't done a Nightfall since this has come out. I haven't even played PvP since this has come out, except for obviously Sparrow Racing. I have just fell in love with Sparrow Racing, and I think that it's incredibly important to be bringing new things rather than just rehashes of raids, rehashes of strikes, and rehashes of already there PvP playlists. I think things like Sparrow event and things like the Festival of the Lost are exactly what a game like Destiny needs. Surprise, something different. It's things that are different that brings more players in, and players that are a little bit bored of the current content back to the game. I was not interested in Destiny kind of at all before Sparrow Racing was announced, and now I'm fucking in love. I love it, and I think it's an amazing idea. And even if this wasn't Sparrow Racing, it was something else like ship battles or just a different kind of playlist, something we haven't seen before, I would have been really excited. When Prison of Elders was first announced, I was so excited. Obviously, the final game type wasn't the best, but that wasn't the game type's fault. That was more of a fact that the loot drops were a little bit subpar compared to what you could already get in the game. And that's what killed that game type off for me. But things like Sparrow Racing and Festival of the Lost are exactly things this game needs, and exactly things that the fans need to actually stay engulfed within the game and the world. It feels like much more of a living, breathing world when there's things in the world that people just don't have yet and people just didn't expect. Like Tess Everest's stock. Yes, the record book may be a little bit on the steep side from Bungie. I would have probably expected that to be free and maybe pay for rewards inside the book. That probably would have worked a little bit better. Also, I think that emotes are okay for a microtransaction, and I am not against it. If it pays the bills, then it's working. If those little events are being funded purely by microtransactions and we don't have to pay for any of these events in year 2, then count me in. Count me in. I will still pay quite a bit of money towards these events through microtransactions, but I am okay with that, for saying that people get to play this for free. That is literally amazing. The only thing you need to buy is things to make you look a little bit cooler, and they give you a lot of that for free anyway. That's what's amazing. Festival of the Lost, you got a mask for free. What's wrong with that? People complained. I don't get it. It's really good. You got little quests. It was fun. Maybe they could have given you a couple more masks, but I still think it was a really, really fun event. And it certainly helped Destiny feel a little bit different for the time that it was on, and it made you feel like you were missing out if you weren't playing it. The problem with a DLC model like year 1 is that people expect things of you that sometimes you can't deliver. If they said, right guys, we're making another 2 DLCs this year, then everybody would be really, really disappointed if it didn't have exactly the same maps available, if it didn't have exactly the same amount of strikes, if it didn't have another raid, things like that. If it didn't have these things, people would be pissed off. People would be like, why is there no new social space? What's going on? Why is there not a new game type for Trials of Osiris? It's like, that damages the game more than it gives it. People complain more. People who complain have much louder voices than people who are appreciative. And that's the same for everything in life. So my conclusion is that I like the microtransaction approach that Bungie are going for. It gives us more in the long run. It gives us more in between content. It keeps me excited. I don't even care what's coming. It keeps me excited and I love it. If you feel the same way, please do leave a like below, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you do disagree, please do let me know in the comments below and have a little discussion with everybody else down there. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Goodbye, Guardians.